talk about your relationship with the Lord, and I know you grew up in a Christian home, but you guys know as well as I do that every person has to commit his life to Christ. So how did that happen for you?
I think growing up, we really did have that great understanding of what it meant, and to have a personal relationship with Jesus. And I think for us, it really came down to an everyday basis. And it's not just routine where it becomes bland either. It was heartfelt. And I think that's what our parents really want us to know and believe and feel, is that we could have our own relationships with God and not have to feel like it's someone else's. And I think that's what really came down to us, and why we can, in our own individual lives, carry that out.
You've probably taken some heat for your beliefs and your principles. How do you walk through that?
Well, I think that, it says it right there in the Word of God that we will face those moments in our walk. And to the world, it could appear that at times it's frustrating for us. But I think when we see it, you got to let it roll right off your shoulders and know that, you just have to be who you are and live that life that, you hope is honoring to the Lord. And that's all we're trying to do. And it is very tough at times. And we face the same temptation that people face, but it just got to take it as it comes and pray the Lord will help you through it.
With your busy schedules, I know you have very, very busy schedules. How do you keep your relationship with the Lord fresh?
Every individual person has their own way of expressing their love and appreciation for all that God's done for them, their own way of worshiping. And for us, we look at our performance as our worship and on our praise of the Lord. So even if it's not, your typical worship song or prayer meeting with friends, if we get up on that stage and we're giving our heart and our soul into our performance and our passion and the gift that God's given us, and that's our way of worshiping. And
I think also, taking time when we're on tour, we have Bible studies. It's a great thing to be able to pray before every show with everyone, believers to non-believers. That it's just everyone kind of gets together, and it's just a great way for us to be able to just thank the Lord for all we have every day.
Here is the question that I want to ask you, that we're in this series called One Thing, and with all of the fame and the success that you've had, what is the one thing that you cannot live without?
I was speaking to my friend about this same thing today, and we were talking about it, and just kind of saying, it's almost that question, you're like, why me? I tell my friends, you're writing your own autobiography, and why not make it great? And I think it's really cool that we're able to live this life, and God gave us this opportunity, so we want to make it great for Him.
I think that personal relationship with the one who gives us all that we have, and knowing that there is no other faith in the world where you can have that one-to-one connection, and that He can help you through the tough moments and be there with you in the great moments, and that He's there for you. It's the best.
I agree with Nick, and I think for us, the way that we feel the presence of God every single time we get onto that stage. And in everything we do, we see His hand on us. And it says where one or two are gathered, but there's three of us everywhere we go, so it kind of works out in our favor. And it's an amazing thing to have Him on your side when you are going into places and pieces of the world that are not very accepting to that. And it's amazing what kind of doors He can open up.
We love it. It's wonderful. It's great that it's right there, right in our town. It's 5 minutes away, and everyone's there is just so loving and caring, and church is family, and to have the family aspect in the church is really wonderful.
How when we walked into Gateway for the first time, we felt like we could be ourselves and worship in a place that we felt comfortable. And sometimes, we don't want to feel distracted from what we really just want to pour our hearts into, and Gateway really allowed us to do that.